All right, so this week we have another week of really cold temperatures, so we aren't going to be able to do the floor, but we did go into the big city yesterday and got the rest of the subfloor, so we have everything we need for that job. Hopefully we can start that next week when the weather gets nicer and warmer. But for this week we are just going to continue to try to do the hard foam on the outside of the house. I'm not going to be able to tape it because it's just too cold for that, but hopefully we can just do all the measurements and get as many pieces each day as we can up, and you know, just feel good about our progress this week, because next week when it gets warmer we can definitely hit the ground running with the subfloor and get that all done probably quickly, but you know, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, as for this week, we're just hoping to get the outside of the house done and feel good about our progress.
Opening, closing, all in one day. Blue sky, then violent rain. Feeling the dirt shifts, sensing the change. The dog has been shaken outside of a grave. Opening, closing, statements to phrase. Radio channels, curses or praise. News and instruction on nets for the pain. Bad conditions breaking everything. In this strange weather, a time to be alive. Capital letters with no end in sight. Close together just feels right. In this strange weather, strange weather. Opening, closing, both of these eyes. There's always a prophet, always a lie. A faraway poem, a fragment of light. Catching everything, lost in
Dog a dog. Bark outside a dog.
Yeah.
It's cold out here, that man. There's nothing out here to fear.
It's so true.
I'm getting I'm not going to overlap the joint, but it does. So
That's where the window is there.
yeah, no, I know. It's going to be the same. Right, square across. So here, if I write it from this one, look at the top. It's going to be another 37 and 3/4.
Okay.
So just all we need to do all the way along here, and it's going to continue along here, is 37 and 3/4. And we could probably get away with, if you want to do me a favor,
Yeah.
hold this to that edge. So that's the end. So 2 full sheets,
Okay.
three full sheets.
Awesome.
Try to be as efficient with materials as possible, but there's always going to be a little bit of waste. This will be cool because then we'll actually see what the windows look like.
Yeah.
Separation and everything.
Yeah.
put it at the bottom first though, because I want to tilt it up. This way. Moth out.
Jeez.
Flush here,
Okay.
and we'll tile it here from the Can you flush at your corner?
Yeah.
Still in the thrall of the polar vortex. A little bit colder today than it was yesterday, which is about minus. I can't remember what it's supposed to be. It's like something like feels like minus 21 or something.
Might as well be minus a million.
Minus a million, yeah. Cold, but we're layering up, and it's not too bad. Just because we're using thinner gloves, because you need the dexterity. It's your hands that tend to get cold. So, what I've been doing is coming inside and cutting the pieces that fit into the rafters in here, just to kind of warm up before going back out and plugging away. But we are chipping away. Today we're kind of excited because it's such a small thing, but it's like an aesthetic thing for us. I've gotten up all the pieces along just under the rafters that fit around them. And now we just need to build the pillars, if you will, like just 5.5 wide, roughly 5 feet tall pieces that will cover the framing that separates each of the windows in the front. So it's going to give us a true representation of that shape. Right now we have that Tyvek taped over it, which doesn't really give you a sense of how big the windows actually are. And though it's a small thing, it's a big thing for us. Just every little bit forward, you know what I mean? Just kind of motivates us. So besides working on the rigid foam, we have the last load of the subfloor. Even though it's still too cold to be working with that PL400, we will unload it. And because of the way that the floor is laid out in the great room, we have exactly 5 full sheets that fit from the girder that separates the great room from the kitchen all the way to the north wall. When we started the next row, we offset them, bricked them, tiled them, whatever you call that. So we need almost exactly half a sheet at either end. I'll go measure that just to be sure that they're not a little uneven. But assuming that they're going to be half, what we'll do to make our life a little easier unloading the subfloor from the truck, I'll pre-cut the sheets that we know we'll need to finish off those alternating rows. So might be able to cut up 3 sheets like that, make them easier to carry, which leaves us with 6 that we'll have to slug into the house. And on that note, we're kind of being careful as to where we pile these things all up, because quickly doing the math, I realized we're putting like little over 1,000-pound piles of this OSB all on the same floor in the kitchen. So I know they're 2x12 joists, so I'm sure they can handle the load, but it is like, if you think about it, like having a bunch of pianos just randomly placed around. So we'll be mindful of that, and if we get all that done today, plus fetching a bit of water from the well, then we'll call it a day well spent.
What are the odds? Then it's so odd being here at the same time. Missing the plot, as if it's not that big of a deal.
A little less terrible, eh?
Here at the same time. This little planet of mine.
Yeah, so it's, like I said, it's 32.5 pounds, which is still 2/3 the weight of a full 7/16 sheet.
Got it?
Yeah. Hold on. Switch around here. Okay, keep going. Here. Okay. You want? Here, just bring your hand to the end and we'll tip it this way. All over it down. So just line your hand up here. There, make your license. There you go.
Fits in a yard. What are the odds? This little planet of mine, big as it comes. Isn't it odd? It's like a billion to one. It's like a billion to one.
The river's gobbled up our little box.
Yep. Slowly swallowing that and the dock. It's still doing its job. Considering below -20 every night for the last week or so.
Close your eyes, hear the voice within calling. This heavy load got under your skin. All in, you got the white knuckles holding on it tight, keeping your feelings bottled up inside. Heading for collision in the night. To really live, you gotta die. Breathe in, breathe out. Take.
It's colder in here than it is outside.
Is it?
Well, because it's somewhat insulated, right? Somewhat.
Still doesn't really
After
make
a bunch of days of -25, it's going to linger in here. What I'll do is I'll cut them all to length first, and then I'll take a second pass through and cut them all to cut them all to height, or to width.
I'm here to take a bullet, standing by your side. I'll do anything for you, anytime. I'll carry you on my shoulders, a little heavy as time goes by. You know it's not forever, but for a little while.
This little woodpecker guy.
A little
So is that the last window then?
Well, yeah, this is the last window here, so this is the last pillar between the second and last window before the porch windows. And then I slide my finger along. Oh, this has got slashings, right? I have to tape those. But this is where the last window ends here. So I'll probably put a full piece, like full width, from bottom to top, and then I'll use a couple more of those straggler pieces to fill in the ends. So that way it will tile over those two tape seams. Well, this tape seam, this is just taping down the Tyvek.
Nice. This is so exciting.
So yesterday we finished the east side of the double layer of hard foam insulation. Today we're going to start working on the south side, the side of the house that faces the road. We are starting to get warmer weather. Today is only -7 degrees Celsius. But we are going to get another really cold snap tonight, overnight. So we're looking to get as much as we can done on the south side today. Hopefully we can last a little bit longer than yesterday because it's a little bit warmer out today, but we'll see. But yeah, the weather is getting warmer for the next week, so our plan is likely to get back to the floor tomorrow and this coming week. So we really do want to get as much as we can done on the south side, just for progress sake. And then, and then it looks like we're going to be able to get back to the floor, so that's pretty exciting.
So one thing that we can do that we weren't sure we were going to be able to do with the forecast as it was is some taping on the east side, so Kimmy will tackle that. The other thing, I was going to start at the top here on this gable, and because I've really been keen to cover up the flashing and kind of complete that aspect of the roof, just so snow can't get behind it and that, although it really shouldn't matter with all the belts and suspenders and layers of ice guard and stuff that we installed. But nonetheless, want to finish it up, be done with it. And my original plan was kind of to jump right into that, but kind of looking at it now and talking it over, we decided probably better, since we're shifting down the second row of sheets to cover all the joints. We'll do the first row of full sheets here at the bottom. Then that'll give me a sense of what I need to complete at the top, like all my measurements and that. So that's the plan for today. And again, always subject to change without notice.
Rocking her to sleep. Wind whispers in the trees. Hidden secrets are hard to keep. Sunset in golden fields. Goddess warrior and a queen.
hear that? That's what's going to shut up that Tyvek for once in a while.
Oh, nice.
Once we insulate it.
Yeah.
And you won't hear all that constant flapping in the wind. All right, so that's 18 inches.
Locals tell us this year we're experiencing an old-timey winter. The winters Al remembers as a kid. In short, it's really cold. The stillness is beautiful, and even though some days we can only be out for a short while, it's a very calming atmosphere to work in. Winter is cozy. We listen to new books, I practice French and journal, and Al plays online games with Norval. As much as we're looking forward to the house being finished, this time in our life is very joyous as well. Special moments, time for conversations with family and friends are the reason we chose this path. We have time to take it all in.